I'm Brandon Jolly, the vocalist and keyboardist in Contacting Nebulas, sci-fi metal band, and we rock and roll.
I'm Mike Sweeney. I play the drums for that band.
I'm from Edgewater, Mike's from Daytona, Pat's from Port Orange. We're all just mostly Volusia County area. Our bassist lives in Titusville, so he's kind of out of the loop, but it's hard to find people who want to play weird music like we play.
We've been writing music together for 4 years now.
Yeah,
probably.
about 4 years.
About 4 years, 3.5.
Yeah, I really count that. But yeah, when we first started playing live sets, it was only Mike, me, and Pat, so we were only like a three-piece at that point. We're a sci-fi metal band. A lot of bands nowadays like to call themselves progressive metal, but it tends to get kind of meshed up with like power metal and stuff like that, which we're not. And most of our lyrics are based off of like short stories that I write about crazy ass sci-fi space adventures and shit. So I guess that's where we get sci-fi metal from. We like to have a lot of futuristic sounds and like synthesizers and weird shit, and mix it with metal and just see what happens. So
sometimes we refer to ourselves as sci-fi metal. It's a goofy name just because we want to express diversity and we want more bands to express themselves originally.
Jazz is like the pinnacle of music for me personally, and so I know that's a big influence for me. And then Mike has his influences that are completely different than mine, but some are the same. And
I listen to everything from hip hop to punk and metal, and I mean I even like you said, jazz, classical, everything.
Wow,
we try to use all of that influence and put it in there. There might be something I heard in an old 80s hip hop song, and I'm like, just because they did something like that beat, I want to just do something similar, but no one would ever even see the context of it because it's put with a completely different paint job.
Right. We played 2 shows with played one with Anthologies and one with Lil, and they're both hip hop musicians.
Yep.
And we just really get along with that crowd, so we like to hang out with them. And sometimes they'll have house parties, and then it'll be like, hey, why don't it just be metal and hip hop? We're coming out with an album soon that we've been working on. It's over an hour of material, and we've been pretty much working on recording this for almost 2 years now. It's a long time to be working on an album. Maybe a little over ambitious, but now that everything is coming together, it's pretty awesome. My favorite song on the new album, is probably Anaclipsy. All of the titles have ancient Greek titles to the full length. It's over a 10-minute song, and it's really melodic and triumphant and has a lot of synth and keyboard and piano and really emotional parts. So I think it really hits me the most personally.
My favorite one to play is probably one that's called Centripticos, which means journey.
No, that's a question.
It means question. It translates to question. But for me, that was it was kind of like a challenging song. Technically, it was like for what I do as a drummer, and now I play it probably better than any other song. So, and that's like what I like to achieve from my music, is to try to better myself each piece that I perform.
Yeah.
That was a fun show. We were glad to play in Edgewater because that's where Jolly is from. That's his hometown. So they don't seem to have a whole lot of big shows out there as often. So we got excited. Everyone liked us. We liked everyone that played. That was cool.
Yeah, I had a good time at that show.
It's always nice when there's kind of just that relative friendship amongst all the bands.
Yeah. Was it Spaceship?
Yeah, I think that was.
Yeah, it was.
There was one time where we were playing, it was our EP release show, we were playing it right here, just like this whole place was packed. Really people packed. Falling off the walls and stuff, hanging off the bookshelves and everything, and we're getting to play, we're halfway into our set, we're playing our second song, and all of a sudden the back door opens and I see all these kids bringing in this giant spaceship made of cardboard that I guess they bought at a store. And it was
That's fucking awesome.
It was a 6-foot long giant thing, and they're just bringing it in slowly, and there's videos of this somewhere on YouTube.
Yeah.
I've never seen it, and there's kids all in this kind of area, kind of pushing around each other, And they just take this whole thing and like they're trying to keep it together and kind of smash it in there.
They got to a heavy part and then it
then
just got
pieces,
destroyed
just pieces
everywhere.
Then
Pieces of
everyone's holding,
spaceship everywhere.
holding pieces of wings and just slapping each other with it. And that was like, I think, the epitome of what we expect, because we're like a space-themed band, so, and we're like metal, so I guess like watching a spaceship be destroyed and unlocked,
It makes plenty of
and then
sense
everyone
to me.
beating the hell out of each other with the pieces was like one of the most satisfying experiences I could imagine.
Yeah, we're contacting Nebulas. We're a sci-fi metal band based out of Daytona Beach, Florida. We have Facebook, we have a Twitter, we have an Instagram. Pretty much any social network that you want to follow us on, you can. And definitely be on the lookout for the album this summer. Which is, I think it's at 63 minutes, so it's going to be a fucking piece. And yeah, address to Atlantic Sound is 138 West International Speedway Boulevard, Daytona Beach, Florida, 32114.
Contacting Nebulas, the Inquisitor, 2014.
Bitch.
It's gonna space you the fuck out.
Bitch.